What is going on, everyone? It's Gentleman here, also known as Rainy. Man, this whole YouTube thing is really good at just fucking up someone's sleep schedule. Like, not to say that my sleep schedule was particularly good to start out with. It was pretty bad. I often would, like, go to bed at a somewhat reasonable time, if that even ends up being the case, and just, like, scroll through my phone for hours, like, watch a show or do something. Anyways, this has been pretty terrible for my sleep schedule. It's the middle of the night right now. Anyways, you probably read the title of this video, and this video is going to be like 1/3 story time, 1/3 like how-to video, and 1/3 like expose on myself. This video is called, as you probably read in the title, How to Hide Contraband from Your Parents. So it's kind of exactly about that. So I'll start with, I guess, the how-to, and this isn't even really a how-to. It's kind of just like a statement where I expose myself. But that's fine, because no one that this information shouldn't reach knows that this video is being made. I think. I don't know. This could easily bite me in the ass, you guys. Anyways, in terms of contraband, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Like, we were all teenagers once. We've all been that age or are that age, you know, where you have things that you have lying around that are yours, and maybe you don't necessarily want your parents or your family or people you live with to find out about. I'm talking things like, I know a lot of people's parents aren't really supportive of like vaping or like weed or anything like that. In some cases, like cigarettes. Big one being like condoms and things like that, you know, things you have lying around because, you know, we're all just living our lives. We're all just doing things, but you got to answer some questions that maybe you don't want to answer if those are just like found lying around in your house. So yeah, what I always did is I have a shoebox, which is like so uncreative, I know, but I have a shoebox that I got like years and years ago with a pair of shoes that I don't even have anymore, and it's like an oddly specific brand too. Like, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's like these shoes were like specially ordered for me, so it's probably like a horrible hiding space. This shoebox was my like contraband box, right? Like throughout like high school and all that. This is where I kept like all the things that I'm like, okay, I gotta hide this. Like, I can't just like have this laying around somewhere. And I kept it under my bed. It's actually still there, in all honesty. I don't actually know what's in it at this point. I haven't opened it in a really long time. But it is still there, and that's where I kept all of my things. So yeah, the reason that kind of worked is, like, under my bed is like a disaster, and there's like 8 million things there. And I knew like what to move and how to navigate to this box, but at least the box was in a spot where like no one's finding this, right? Like that kind of thing. So yeah, I guess that's like step one, is find your hiding spot and make sure it's a good one. Mine wasn't particularly great. It was like a shoebox that was just like hidden amongst other things. Like, if you open the shoebox, then like it's over, right? Like, everything's just like right there. And I don't really want to give you like a complete inventory list of what's in there, because I'm gonna expose myself a little bit more on what I had in the actual story aspect of this video. But yeah, I guess that's step one, is get a hiding spot and make it a good one. And I mean like, that's kind of like the only step. Like, if you have a good hiding spot, and like that's kind of it, right? Like, no one's like that can be that bad at hiding things. Like, I'm sure you guys can all figure it out. No one really needs like a how-to. Just like put it somewhere where like people won't check and stuff like that, and just like, I don't really know what else to say. I feel like I'm borderline being a criminal right now, letting people know how to hide things. But you don't need me to teach you how to hide things. Like, if you're coming and watching a video on how to hide these things, you already know how to hide these things. You're a smart person. I don't know you, but I know you're a smart person. Anyways, let's get into the more story aspect of this. So the story starts probably about a week ago now, and I was doing a deep clean of my bedroom. And I got my mom to help me out, because my mom is like a crazy like organizing person. Like, my mom loves to organize things and clean things. It's honestly kind of annoying sometimes. Like, I love my mom, but like sometimes, you know, it's just like, sort of like, hey, let's like take on this little project. Let's start with like this little part of this whole thing, right? And then you just like, it's like 5 hours later, and like 8 other projects have been done, and it's kind of nuts. So I enlisted her help, because I really, like, my room was in bad condition, right? Like, I really needed to organize it. So we got going on it, and we were starting with my closet. Now, as you may remember from what I said about the contraband box, is it's not in the closet, so I was not really worried about it. because we weren't touching under my bed, and under my bed is still exactly as it's always been, and the box is still there, and I don't even know what's in it. I don't even know if it would be like a problem at this point, but I'd rather avoid that confrontation if it would. So we were cleaning my closet, right? And the thing with my closet, there's a lot of like just random stuff shoved in there. Like a lot of it was like bags, right? Like backpacks and suitcases, and just it was like playing a game of like Jenga, because I had to pull things out from the top of my closet, and if I pulled out the wrong thing, everything was gonna fall on top of me and like break my neck. So we were doing that, right? And we were taking the bags down, because we were taking the bags down to the storage room, just getting them out of the way, because they take up a lot of space. And I pulled my suitcase down. I have this big black suitcase, and it's like the main suitcase. If I'm going on like a big trip, like that's everything that's not even like true, really. Most of the times I've gone on big trips, I've just like shoved everything in a backpack. That's the purpose of it, anyways. You guys know what a suitcase is for. Why am I even explaining this? Anyways, this suitcase, I'm kind of like patting the pockets and stuff to try and see if there's stuff in there, because I don't like, maybe there's like clothes in there that I can like wash, or something in there that needs to be taken out before it goes into storage. And for the most part, it's just that, right? Like there's like a shirt in there or something like that. I think there's like a couple like razors maybe that I hadn't used that I'd taken with me places, so I pulled those out. Until I got to the last pocket. Now, to paint a picture for you here, I'm like, my mom is like standing in my doorway, right? And I'm standing on my chair, the very chair that I'm sitting in right now, just holding this suitcase and going through the pockets. So I'm in like direct light, right? Like a spotlight is on me. And I opened the last pocket, and I'll be honest with you guys, I saw something I did not expect to see in this last pocket. There's a bottle of lube in there. And you know what? I don't really know how it got in there. And like, like, yeah, it was mine. I'm not going to be like, I was holding it for someone. Like, I don't know how it got in the suitcase. I don't know why it would have been in the suitcase. I don't know where I took the suitcase, but point is, it was there. And obviously that's like not something that I can just play off and be like, oh, I wonder whose this is in my suitcase in the back of my closet. Like, that's not really happening. So I like open this pocket, and I kind of just have like, I have an internal reaction but no external reaction, because I can't. My mom just kind of looks at me and she's like, anything in there? And I'm like, nope, nothing in there. And I close up the pocket and put the bag in the hallway, because we're taking it down later. So I think I'm good, right? And I'm planning in my head, I'm like, okay, I can just grab it later, like when it's like down in storage, or I can just grab it when no one's looking, and I can deal with it later. So I'm planning for that. We keep cleaning the closet, and everything is, for the most part, fine. Until it's not. So a little bit later, where, like I said earlier, my mom is a bit of a, like, let's take on everything. She was like, oh, I'll help you out with the closet. And we finished the closet. And then she's like, oh, well, like, this part is dirty. And like, let's do this, right? So next to my shelf, where I have like a metric fuck ton of DVDs, because I'm like one of 3 people on the planet who still collects movies physically, there's like just kind of this pile of stuff, right? I didn't even know it was in it. It's like sandwiched between like my dresser that has my TV on it, and like my shelf with all my cases on it. There's like a bunch of papers. There's like some picture frames in there as well. So my mom's just kind of pulling all that out, and she's like, we can deal with this. Though one of the things that she pulls out is it's a canister with a pre-roll in it, which I don't remember being there. And she picks it up and she's like, oh, what's this? And I did have to hit her with the classic, like, oh, like, I'm holding that for a friend. And she's like, I hope that we're like too old to do that excuse. And I'm like, no, like, I'm being for real with you. I am holding that for a friend. And you know what, you guys? I could have been. I don't know. I've done that before. Like, I'm not going to say I've never done that. I have done that for friends, because, that's what you do for the homies. And I don't remember why that was there, or if it was even mine. It had definitely been there for a while if that was the case. So maybe I was holding it for a friend. I legitimately do not know. So it like could have been a lie, but I don't know if it was, if that makes sense. So that was close call number 2. Close call number 3 is sandwiched between my bed and a little table that has like my record player and my alarm clock on it. For whatever reason, there is a box of, things that you use when you have a girl. I don't know why I'm like pussing out of saying the actual word, but you get the picture. There's that, and there is also a box of cigarettes, which like I don't smoke anymore. I quit because it's bad for you guys. Don't smoke, especially me. I have like bad lungs. So, anyways, those were kind of just like there lying around. So I kind of just like tossed them. And this isn't even me being like, oh yeah, like a box of condoms next to my bed, like don't even worry about it. I'm not like some player. I don't like have girls over all the time, if like at all. I have no game, you guys. Anyways, Jesus, that was so that came across really loud in the mic. I apologize about that. Anyways, those are kind of just there, right? And the only line of defense that I have is this like binder with a bunch of paper in it. It's kind of like leaned at an angle to cover it. It's not great. It's really not fantastic, I'll be honest with you. But that was the only line of defense that I had. So I had to make sure that I was like always standing exactly where like I needed to like hide the stuff, and it was a hassle, but I ended up doing it. It ended up working out all right, I suppose. So that's cool. And for those wondering, I did end up getting the bottle of lube from the suitcase. I was able to, like, thank fuck for cargo pants, dude. I wear cargo pants all the time, so they're like comfy as hell, but also like you got a lot of pockets because I ended up having to do it before, like, they got taken down to storage. But then also my dad came home, so it's like my family's around, just sitting in the middle of the hallway. So in like the last moment that I could, I like opened the suitcase thing and just like shoved it in my cargo pants pocket, and it was there for like, honestly, for like probably the rest of the night. I was like on my leg for the next like 3 hours. It was kind of insane. So I almost made it off scot-free, you guys. So close. But I made one fatal mistake. I didn't get caught with anything that night. I mean, like, I guess kind of like the pre-roll, but one fatal mistake. I have a lot of jackets. That's like not important at all. But anyways, I cycle through my jackets really fast, and I have this bad habit of like when I get home, I just drop my jacket on my floor, right? And I keep a lot of things in my jacket pockets. Like, you got the big three. Like I keep my car keys in my jacket pocket. I often keep my earbuds in there. And at the time, I don't have it anymore. There's a dab pen in there. There was a weed vape in there. I don't know what you want to call it. And it was in the same pocket as my earbuds. And honestly, this one is entirely on me. Like I can't even say like, oh, my mom was like snooping through my stuff, because she wasn't. Entirely on me. I left it in that pocket, right? And like my jacket was on my floor, and my mom was just trying to be helpful and just like, oh, like I'll wash the jacket for my son who doesn't deserve this kind of help. But so obviously she felt that I had stuff in the pocket, and she's like, yeah, I should probably take that out before I wash the jacket. And at this point, I was on my way to like a tattoo appointment, right? I just got a tattoo a couple days ago. It looks sick. I love it. Anyways, I was like walking into this appointment. I got a text from my mom, and it's just a picture of this weed vape, and she's like, I don't want to find this shit in my house anymore. I'm throwing this out. And I just didn't say anything, and we haven't talked about it since then. So I hope she's forgiven me. I guess it doesn't really. It does matter. It seems like everything's fine. I've like talked to my mom a lot since then, and we just haven't said anything. Like, we're just kind of letting it be, and that's that. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't be like me. Have a good hiding spot for your contraband. Don't be an idiot like me and leave it in your jacket pocket. But also, while I have the floor, I'm gonna be the annoying guy who says like, don't build destructive habits for yourself. Like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's your life. You want to like smoke weed, you want to vape, you want to smoke a cigarette, like that's up to you, man. But I don't know. I feel compelled to say something because I like recently stopped those things for whatever reason. And I mean, I know the reasons, but I don't want to bore you guys with like, this is why I quit these things. But just like, have your fun in life, but like take care of yourself, like know what your limits are, know what's smart for you, and just like, take care of yourselves. But yeah, that's the how-to, I guess. It was a pretty shitty how-to, but I hope you enjoyed the story. It's a little bit funny. I thought it was funny. My friends thought it was funny. It's kind of a baseline for a lot of these stories. Like, I'll tell my friends the story, and if they're like, oh yeah, that's a funny story, it's a good story, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe the viewers would enjoy that, even though the viewers are like probably just my friends, because there's like 4 of them. Anyways, you guys, yeah, that's the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Thank you so much for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you later. Take care.